Welcome to Imperfectly Human, the podcast where we get real about mental health, messy growth, and being human one day at a time. I'm your host, Rachel, and together we're navigating life's chaos with honesty, compassion, and a little humor. Let's get into it. Hello, Imperfectly Human people. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited for this podcast episode because I have a wonderful lady who I not only met recently, but she does some remarkable stuff with her stories in her own personal life on YouTube. And so let me welcome Mrs. Kane.
Hello, how you doing?
To the studio. First of all, thank you so much for coming up here because it wasn't an easy drive. It wasn't close.
No.
So I so appreciate that. So, welcome, and thanks for joining.
Thank you.
So, we talked a little bit, about like how you use your stories throughout your life. Tell me a little bit about tell me about your story. I want to know, and I want my listeners to know, what led you up to this space, to come up with this YouTube concept that you wanted to utilize, because a lot of people might think about their life and want to bury it, have so much shame about it, and not want to talk about it because they think that if I talk about it, it's going to be so painful. But I'm the opposite. I'm a firm believer that the more we talk about the shit that we may feel embarrassed about at times, the less we feel shamed about it. And the more that we almost let go of that control and we get the power back. So I don't know if that resonates with you.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about, tell me your story. What led you to, I'm going to do this on YouTube?
So my YouTube journey started when I first moved here to Florida.
Okay.
It started with me vlogging. I'm just vlogging and showing everybody the real raw things that I'm going through. That's things I'm going through every day to get to where I'm at.
Okay. Looking for a job, moving down here,
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
kind of things. Okay.
So when it was me and he was my boyfriend at the time. We were traveling in a truck with 3 cats. Nobody really supported us moving here to Florida. They were just that's far. Why do you want to go so far? It's nobody there. It's just y'all. But I was living in Atlanta, both of us.
Okay.
That's where he's from. And I was kind of tired of Atlanta. I just felt like my purpose there it was done with. I needed to be somewhere else. And it started with my cat running away. So I was like, all right, that's it. I'm out of here. But we traveled into Florida with the 3 cats. It was hard to find apartment, place to move. It was credit scores, rent. They need 3.5 times the income.
I know, it's crazy.
All kinds of things. So I'm like, all right, we generate the money. We have the money, but it's our credit scores. So I'm going through the identity theft. Somebody stole my identity. So my credit is tore up.
Right.
And he doesn't have credit. So that's like having bad credit.
Of course.
So we're in our car. We going to see a place and we get turned down. So we just in this car for 2 weeks with these 3 cats. And I'm vlogging it. I'm getting really sick because I suffer with asthma really, really bad. So I'm starting to get sick. And I'm just I don't give up. I have a hard time hearing the word no. It's like a foreign language.
Yeah.
So I'm just we got to keep going. And he's but you're not well. You look horrible. You look bad. You look fucked up. You look bad. So I'm just we got to keep going. And we ended up finding a landlord that would rent to us even with the credit situation and all of that. And that's where my YouTube journey actually starts.
Okay.
Me and him my life spiraled in 2023 really, really bad.
Okay.
I got pregnant and I have an incompetent cervix. So my cervix is weak. A baby that's 1 pound is too heavy and the baby will come out.
Oh, wow.
And this is something that I went through for years and years and years. So I had 9 pregnancies, 0 babies.
Holy shit.
Right. So I had stillborn. One baby was born with the cord around his neck.
Oh.
And then the rest of them, they would just come out in the bathtub. I'm in the shower one day, and I have this sharp pain. I just bend down, and the baby slides out in the tub. Then I had a situation where the baby came out in the toilet while I'm in college. So moving here to Florida is like it changed my life. You know, I found doctors that was able to.
I was going to say, like, can we just stop there for a second? 9
Yeah.
freaking losses, and let's call it, because that is what it is, right? Like, and people, I think, and we touched upon this very briefly, like when we met, like when at that event with Brooklyn Boone, and I had 2 miscarriages before my first child, right? And that's a loss, but that was super early, right? Like 6 weeks. I mean, as soon as I peed on that stick, like I miscarried, right? You literally had a pregnancy that your body couldn't hold, and 9 pregnancies, and not one doctor could figure out what the hell to do.
So in Atlanta, I found a doctor, and it gets weird. The doctor told me, oh, you have incompetent cervix, so we need to stitch your cervix. So I'm like, all right, cool. This is with my son in 2016. I had an argument with the girl at the desk, the receptionist. She lied and said she scheduled my surgery. How I figured out she lied is because when we went that morning, 5 a.m., we get to the hospital. I'm excited. My mother's excited. There's no surgery scheduled. They're like, we don't have you listed for no surgeries. So I'm sitting there, I'm crying, and I start bleeding.
Oh.
So I'm just like, all right, maybe I should calm down. So we go around to the ER, and they're like, you're starting bulging. So when I heard bulging, because I heard this with my first son, bulging membranes, that means that my cervix is open and the sac is showing. And most doctors don't want to close your cervix after that because they feel like you can get an infection, something can go wrong. So
then that could put your life at risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're just like, well, we just need to go home and stay off your feet, and we'll see what happens. And
now, how far along in the pregnancy were you?
6 months.
Holy shit.
So I would get to find out the gender, everything.
You'd feel the baby kick.
Everything. And it would always be the week that I actually first feel the baby's kicks on the outside of my stomach, and then boom, pregnancy gone. And I'm just at my mother wanted me to stay at her house for that week. So I'm in my brother's room, and my brother's on a video game. It's like 3 a.m, and I jumped up and I'm like, something is wrong. At first I felt the baby like moving around a lot, going crazy, and then I don't feel nothing. So when we got to the hospital, they did like a ultrasound, and the doctor is like, and he was a Jewish doctor.
Right.
He stood up and he's like, I have to go in the hallway. And my mother is like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he took
his keep off.
He took it off and he threw it on the floor. He's like, I don't like this. I don't like women dying, babies dying. I don't like people dying. And my mother's like, my grandbaby is gone. And he's like, there's no heartbeat. And I'm just like, okay. That's how I felt in my mind. Another one bites the dust. Just check mark off. But when they delivered him, I had to actually give birth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He had the cord wrapped around his neck. So he didn't have a chance. But in 2023, I got the stitch. But it failed. I was stressed out really bad.
Because now you're down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
My boyfriend at the time, his family, they didn't want us together, and they didn't want him down here.
Okay.
So we're beefing with them, and that's like stress.
Yeah, of course.
Then me and him are going at it, and it was just every day something. So my mother was here, and she fell and hurt her leg. And she's an elderly woman, so now I'm stressed with that. I got to get her to the hospital. Takes her to the hospital, get to the CVS, and my water breaks at the CVS. And I'm like, it's not time for me to have this baby. Like, what's going on? And I get to the hospital, and they're like, the water is gone. She's still in there. She's still moving around, but she don't have much long. So they're giving me fluids. They're telling me to drink water for 2 or 3 nights and days.
Drink
Nothing
water
to
to
eat.
fill like your placenta. Does that work? I mean, I'm not a gynecologist, but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
what they
don't
said.
know that that's
They were giving me fluids in the IV.
okay.
And they had me just drinking water, ice chips, just water, no food, nothing. Then for them to come and say, we're going to have to deliver her because I have an infection. I had a fever,
Right.
and the baby's heart rate was high. So they did an emergency C-section, and she was in a NICU, and that was horrible. So it's like January 28th, 2023, at 9:33 p.m., and she passed away February 20th at 9:33 a.m. And
I can't even imagine that.
yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad for me and for my husband. Like, and for him, because this is his first time ever experiencing that. So he kind of spiraled.
So this is your husband now we're talking about, because you're right. Because what brought you down here was an ex, but
Yes.
right, we didn't get to that yet. But like, so you've experienced that with your previous. So it's not even like it's one, So now you're pregnant again. Your husband. I mean, that's a just devastating loss.
Yeah. It was bad. It was horrible. I'm just like, not again. And he doesn't know how to process it. Like,
Because this was his first. Well, first of all, this was his first loss, baby, and he's not you. He's not the body, and he also probably doesn't want you to feel sad and be upset. And how can he? And he's helpless. Let's be honest. What can he do?
It was bad.
Wow.
So me and him started feuding. Like, he's like, I'm somebody else different, which I was. I turned into somebody else because I have postpartum and then regular depression because the baby's gone.
Right.
And then I'm arguing and carrying on with the same people once again. So I'm just like, can I get grace? Like,
Right.
I just lost a baby. I don't want to
100%.
argue. I don't want to fight, nothing. But it just kept going. And me and him ended up breaking up for, relationship problems. Every day we're in the houses fighting and just, it was really, really bad.
Like fighting, like domestic violence fighting, or just like your typical.
Like, I would throw things at him, or he would yell in my face, and it was nothing compared to what I went through before. And I think that's why me and him is together now. But the last person, it was, I never seen myself being in a domestic violence relationship. I used to watch it on TV, like the Maury show, and I would be like, that's crazy. Like, just pack your stuff and leave, and get away from them.
Right.
I don't understand. I didn't have friends, and I'd be like, just leave. And they'd be like, I can't. I don't know how. And I'm just looking at them until I was them.
Right.
And it's like, my mother used to tell all of us, my siblings, my sisters, and my brothers, because men get abused too. If somebody puts their hands on you one time,
Done.
Leave.
Yep.
Because they're going to do it again and again and again, and it's going to get worse. The apology is not real, nothing. So it's like, in a relationship with this guy, and it's like, I knew him. We knew each other.
Okay.
We grew up as kids. So
you have history there.
Yeah. The first time that he put his hands on me, he choked me. And I had nothing to do with the situation. Like, he was angry about something outside with somebody else.
Which, by the way, even if you fucking pissed him off, that does not give him or any man the right to put his hands on you. So
Absolutely right.
Let's just make that very clear.
Right.
For all my listeners, like, if you are in a domestic violence relationship right now and you don't know who to turn to, I'm going to link some resources at the end of this and in my show notes, but you definitely can reach out to some shelters. And even if you piss them off because you burnt their food, you didn't fold their fucking towels properly, nobody deserves to nobody deserves to touch you at all. Like, you do not, nobody's touching you.
Right. Excuse me.
So he choked you.
Yeah. This is like isolation process because he would complain about me being around my family, complain about my friends. So I don't really know much about at this time. You know, I'm young. I'm in my 20s. I don't know, so.
And you knew him for pretty much your whole life, so you know him.
Right. So I'm not expecting this.
Right.
So when he's choking me, the first I can hear my mother's voice, you know, hit this motherfucker back, hit him back. So I start swinging, and we're fighting now, you know, and I'm just hitting him harder and harder. And finally, he let me go. And, you know, mind you, he's taller than me. So I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. We both on the floor, and I'm just looking at him like he's looking at me. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? And he's like, I don't know what came over me. Like, I don't know. That's not me. That's not me. That's what he kept saying. I'm like, so for a couple of days, I didn't speak to him. And he kept apologizing. He came with gifts, trying to buy me stuff.
Right.
Took me out to eat, different things. And I fell for it.
You didn't fall for it.
Okey-doke.
Anybody would have. It's that honeymoon phase after that attack. It's so easy to do. Anybody would have done the same.
And it just kept going. It got worse and worse. I'm just like, I see myself now, the women that I was seeing on TV. I say, hey, I'm going to my mother's house. He would get enraged. What are you going over there for?
Yeah.
They don't love you. They don't care about you. They can't do this. They can't do that. I'm just like, that's my family. That's my mother and my father. Like, what are you talking about?
And you probably told no one.
I didn't tell anybody. I told my friends. My friends didn't want me to leave to go to Atlanta because this started in New York.
Okay.
They didn't want me to go to Atlanta with this person. Yeah. They're like, I don't think that's a good idea. You know, I just left a crazy relationship to go be with this one. And now this one is acting more crazier than. So I'm just like, and then he had his way of how he want me to do things. We're doing this for us. That was his favorite line. This is for us. So if you don't do it, you don't care about us. You don't care about me. So I find myself doing things I don't want to do.
Right.
And I'm just like, this is crazy. He had me doing a lot of things that I never thought I would be doing.
Right.
So it's just one day, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of him. I'm getting tired of this. And I'm like, I need to get away from him. If I can lay in bed or wherever I'm at and picture myself harming somebody, this is how I know it's time to get away from him. And that's what was happening every day. I'm just looking at him, walking past, and that's the thoughts, the visions that I'm seeing, me harming him. And I'm like, I gotta get away from him. And then I try to tell his mother, but he did it in front of his mother, and his mother did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
She probably was the same. She
was
probably
scared.
treated the same way, either from him or her partner.
Yeah, she was, because she ended up telling me. And her advice was, oh, don't make him mad.
Right. Oh,
Don't
I
make
hate
him
that
mad.
line.
Don't do this. Don't do that. I'm just like, lady.
He needs to not put his hands on me.
It got to stop at some point. So I have to walk around on eggshells, and that's literally what I was doing.
Right.
Tiptoeing. If I'm on my phone and I hear him coming, I would close the phone and just put it down because if he see me on the phone, he would want the phone. He would take my phone and leave. He's went out of state, out of town
And
numerous
took your
times.
phone.
Yeah, and I'm phoneless.
He wanted full control, huh?
Mm-hmm. He would take the keys. We had 2 cars. He would take both keys and go, and I'm just there. And I'm lying to my parents, oh, I lost my phone, or my phone is broke, and
Right.
he's got the phone.
So at what point did you say, I'm getting out of here?
When I got pregnant by him, And that's the baby I just told you about, where the cord was around his neck. I had called him, like, I'm in labor, and this man is out of town to go make his ex-girlfriend's birthday.
What?
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm not in Atlanta right now. And I'm like, where you at? So I go on Facebook, and that's what I see. So I'm just like, it clicked in my head. This guy does not give a shit about me. He don't care about me. He cares nothing about me, nothing about the baby, nothing.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I can't turn around. You want me to turn around? I can't do that. I'm just like, don't worry about it. So when he came back, I'm like, I'm not going home. I'm living at my mother's house. That's what I told him. And he's like, well, what about us? And what about our apartment? What about this? And I'm just like, what about it? I was just tired. I was tired. Lying to is protecting a person.
Yep.
And that's what I was doing. He sprang my jaw. He hit me in my face so hard because I wrote on Facebook I went on a date with my boyfriend. He didn't want... he would make it seem like, because he was heavy in the streets, so he would make it seem like he don't want nobody to know I'm his girlfriend because of the type of lifestyle he had.
Right.
But I feel like that wasn't it. All of it. It was like, you're entertaining other women.
Probably, right?
Yeah, so you don't want...
Isn't it amazing, these wonderful excuses that they come up, and they're
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're good. Listen, I've worked with women who really, and it's not about buying the bullshit. It's that bullshit is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to believe it because, you know, and there's a lot of like comment. It does make sense. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like...
But you're like, no
yeah.
more.
I said, I'm done. I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired. I had to go a whole month. I can't eat certain things because my jaw sprained. I'm at the hospital.
And you're pregnant.
No,
Oh,
yeah, he attacked me when I was pregnant too,
Oh,
and told me I need to terminate it. That's what he told me. And he gets into things outside, comes home, and it's like he'll nitpick until I say something, and then
Explodes. Right.
I'm just like, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm tired. And he's like, I'm tired of you. I'm like, well, I'm tired of you. So we're going to break up. But it didn't stop there. Even broken up, he was still there. Calling,
He couldn't let you go.
showing up to the house.
Mm.
He tried to attack me at my mother's house. And my
Wow.
father and my brothers, my whole family attacked him because he tried to attack me. And then he tried to blame me for that.
Right.
But you came to my mother's house. You came to where
You were not wanted.
it was just an ongoing thing. Ongoing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Florida because we're in Atlanta. And it's like, it's just, you won't stop.
Right.
And yeah, he had control over my life. I'm in another relationship. And
So you break up with him. You're in a new relationship. You're moving to Florida with your new boyfriend at the time. Now is your husband, but your boyfriend at the time, and he's still.
Yeah, he was tracking my phone. I did a story time about that. He had the PIN number, like the password.
Okay.
So it was like with the iPhone, Find My iPhone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
he set it up on his phone.
yeah, we were sharing locations at some point, and it was like whenever I go somewhere, he'd call, what are you doing over there? But we're not in a relationship anymore.
Right.
What are you doing over there? Who's over there? What's there? What's this place? I'm just like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So then he's like, me and the new boyfriend, we're out shopping. He's like, oh, I know you with another man. I'm about to come over there. For what? We are not in a relationship anymore.
Right.
And here I am, still being controlled. I'm telling the guy, we got to get out of here. And the guy's like, for what? Because he don't know. And I'm like, I just, I'm tired of shopping. There's too many people. I want to leave. But it's because this guy's on my phone threatening me, threatening you, and he doesn't even know. So I removed the thing off my phone. I took it off. The minute I did that, he called my phone and asked me, why did I turn my location off? Why am I stopped sharing the location? Why can't my phone be tracked? And I'm just like, leave me alone.
Yeah. Wow.
Rachel, it got worse.
No.
He fought with my husband on the train.
This is in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
So he really has a hard time accepting no, too.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's sad. So have you ultimately gotten away from him? I mean, I know you're down here.
He probably still, I know he's seen my channel. I know that for a fact. But he's still watching online. He watches online. He reached out to me in 2024 to try to come down here.
What?
Yeah. And I would not give him the time of day, and he became angry about that. So he comes back into my DMs with insulting messages, you know. And I'm just like, you know, you can say whatever you want to say about me. That tactic don't work anymore.
Right.
I know all your tactics. It don't work no more.
Right.
And
so what does your husband say about that?
a lot of the stuff he didn't know that was going on. He was even reaching out to my husband when me and him was like boyfriend and girlfriend. He was sending him messages, you know, your girlfriend's a hoe. Yeah, she's this, she's that.
Isn't it amazing? They want you back.
Right.
But he's saying the nastiest shit. What is wrong
All
with
the
some
time.
people?
He would call me out my name all the time, and I would be like, but you want me to be back in a relationship with you.
Right.
Make that make sense.
Doesn't.
I'm a dirty hoe. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But then you want me to be back with you.
Right.
So I know that that's just tactics.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
You didn't let that break you either.
No.
So now you're here in Florida. You and your husband at the time, now boyfriend, come down. 3 cats. You guys break up. You got pregnant. You didn't miscarry. You had the stillborn, right?
Right.
And
she was the baby that I had here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was born early.
Okay.
22 weeks. Yeah.
And then you guys got back together, and then you just had.
We got married in 2024 when he came back.
Okay.
And I had the baby. I got pregnant last year, and I had her in February this year.
And I mean, like, that's your miracle baby, literally. You know, and it's hard to look back at all those losses, right? Because I know, and again, I was very early on in my miscarriages. And I remember as hard as it was for me to go through those, because I didn't know, like, am I going to ever have a baby? Like, you know, you hear, right? And they couldn't really tell me why, okay? The second one, I will tell you that they did tell me the baby had an extra chromosome, because I was not willing to miscarry naturally the second time.
Wow.
I said to my doctor, if I'm miscarrying, I cannot do it again naturally. It was the worst thing experienced because, I mean, for me, like, it was weeks. I didn't know what to, you know, and like, you know, like, you have a baby inside you, but like, the heartbeat's irregular. Right. You're not sure when it's going to happen. And I'm like, and so fortunately for me, my doctor did do a DNC to help, you know, so I could not, and that's when they do a DNC, then they test the chromosomes, and the baby did have an extra chromosome.
Wow.
And I don't know if you feel this way because your situation is so different. I mean, giving birth to 9 babies or seeing a baby fall out of you is not anywhere in comparison to my early miscarriages by any means. But when I have thought, and now my kids are 22 and almost 21, so it's been so many years since then. But when I look at my boys, I do believe that there was a reason. These are my 2, right? And if I didn't have those 2 miscarriages, I wouldn't have my 2 boys, right? Do you ever like look at Promise and be like, this is why I had to go through all of that shit, right? To have her. It sucks that that's the route that you had to go. Right. There's no question. But, like, you have her.
It's surreal. I still, like, I look at her in her crib, and I just be like, well, you know, I'll be walking past, like, she's playing with the mobile, and
right.
I'll just walk past and I'll stop and I'll just look at her, and then she'll stop and she'll turn and look at me and she'll smile.
Oh.
So I'm just like,
Because how old is she now?
4 months.
4 months old.
Yep.
Right. And so now, given those, I mean, you just shared two kind of really shitty experiences. And then, like, I'm got to imagine that I'm picturing you in a car. Now, I'm not a cat person because my son has severe cat allergies, but I've never been a cat person. But I love visiting cats. Like, my friends have cats. I'll take care of their cats, right? I've just never been a cat person to have a cat in my house. But I'm picturing what it's like to have 3 cats living in your car. I mean, that's enough to make anybody, like, lose their sanity.
Yeah. It was starting. Cause like we were going to hotels and they were like, "Is a cat fee, is a $200 cat fee for
Oh.
each cat."
What?
Yeah. And I'm
$600
just
bucks?
like,
That's probably more than
yeah,
the room.
Yep. And I'm like, $200 per animal, and the lady's like, "Yeah." So we went to another one, and they're like, "It's $300 per. It's just $300 animal fee." So I'm saying to him, "Okay, should we pay that?" And he's like, "No."
That's
You know,
insane. I wouldn't have
right.
paid that either.
So then it got to a point where we're just sneaking the
Right.
cats in. And one of the cats has a very strong personality. So we go out, we're out in Florida just looking around for, a place to live. We come back and the curtain is off the windows. The cat ripped, yeah.
No.
And they're laying on the bed. They're just laying. So it's like this really big window.
Right.
And we walked up to the room. I never forget. We just walked up and like,
Saw the cats.
yeah. And I'm like, "Do you think the hotel people like been on the floor?" He's like, "I don't know. I was out with you. I don't know." But they're laying on the bed and they're just watching the scenery like it's a TV.
That's so funny.
And the curtain is hanging on the side. I'm like, this is crazy.
Because your cat just yanked it down.
Yeah.
I will say I had a cat experience. So my best friend, Melissa, she used to live down here, and they were going out of town. So she's like, "Can you watch my cat?" And I'm like, "Sure." You don't have to stay there, but you just got to pop over there like twice a day, scoop the litter. You could give him a little bit of that catnip,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, "Sure, I'll watch your cat," right? So when I got there the first day, I noticed on the couch there were lots of like pieces of tape, okay? And I remember thinking, that is bizarre. Like, why are there? And we're talking like they were like not just the double-sided, the kind that you make double-sided, so it's like looks like a bubble, like but they're like everywhere, right? They're on the cushions, they're on the side, they're all over here, they're up there, and I'm like, what is that? Right? No big deal. I don't ask. It's not my apartment. She's got her thing. Fine. Well, so I think it was the second day, I accidentally, when I decided I'll give the cat some catnip, I'd played with the thing. I had the little feathers, and the cat was really cute and, very sweet, come up to my leg and purr. Well, then I decided I'll give the cat some of this catnip. I accidentally opened the top, not in the right spot, and all this catnip came out. Okay?
Wow.
And before I can start getting it, now I don't know what it is. To me, it's just a treat. Come to find out, it's like pot for these, It's like a drug to them. This cat ate so much of this because I couldn't get it all in. I was trying to scoop, and I'm talking like, I'm not even joking. When this cat started running around, now I knew why the tape was there. Because it would pop on the couch, literally zoomies, like so badly, the walls, the couches. And I'm like, oh my God. So I had to call them. And I think that was the last time I ever sat for their cat again. But I will say, like, that cat, and I was like, wow, I can't even believe that this little stuff made that cat that crazy.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Yes, it does.
So now, tell me how you turned your vlog into your YouTube stories.
Once we found a place,
Okay.
the landlord, which she was a horrible person now, but we moved into this place, and the place was horrible. So we had to fix the place up. So the deposit money that I had, I used that to renovate it myself. Put like tiles down on the floor, paint.
You're doing all this?
Yeah.
In a place that you're renting?
Yeah. And
Tell me she took some stuff off some months for free.
no, after we fixed it all up, she wanted a deposit. She's like, "Oh, I need a security deposit."
You're gotta be
Yeah, so
fucking
my
kidding me.
boyfriend that's his exact words. He's like, "It's no way." Like, yeah, he's like, "You want your security deposit? That's the towels, the paint, the faucet, the thing, the toilet, the thing for the tub, the doorknobs." Like, he's naming everything.
Right.
So she's like, "Well, I was gonna get this stuff fixed," and she's just a complete slumlord. Like, it was just bad. So now we're living in this place, and like I said, me and him started to go at it. Every day when he would go to work, I would set my camera up, and I would record. It was like my diary.
Yeah.
And I would just talk. I would be said, yeah, so today this happened, this, that, and the third. And hey guys, I have another story time. This just every single day. Sometimes it'd be like 3 or 4 times in a day.
Okay.
And I would just upload it to YouTube. And it would have no views, but I still would be putting it up there. So just one day I went up there and I'm like, oh, okay, I got 24 subscribers. I'm not paying attention to it, just talking, upload. And some people would comment like, this is a cool video. Can you post more? And I'm like, yeah. So now every day, all day, I'm just in my room, just, yeah, this and this and this, and that person over there and this, just telling everything that's going on with me and uploading until I made it to 86 subscribers.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I did a story time about having a stalker for 8 years. That's how I became Mrs. Kane. And that story it went for me to have 86 subscribers. The video went to like 900 views.
Wow.
The first day, and I'm like, wow, okay, they like this. So let me start to tell my stories like this. And it was animated. I was putting like little pictures in it and the voices. And I'm like, I didn't see nobody else doing it, so let me try and do it. So.
And you do this all by yourself?
Yeah.
Damn, you're talented.
Yeah. It takes time, though.
I just have difficulty. It takes me to edit a 45-second clip that I speak, to put captions on, to cut the first 10 seconds of the pause that I put there. It takes me probably about a half an hour to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
So you started sharing about like your own personal experiences.
Right. And people were just, they started to watch it. They started to gravitate to it. And then I would do like little vlogs of myself going to IHOP, going over here, getting a car wash, going to the fabric store, going over here, this place, and people were actually watching it. So, and once I moved from there, because it's like I said, this landlord turned into a slumlord.
Right.
I left from there and I moved somewhere new, and I was working at Dollar Tree, and I'm like, let me keep going, because I took like a month gap, so I'm like, I have more stuff to talk about now.
Yeah.
So I'm just recording, putting more and more out. I think I was doing like 4 videos a week.
Wow.
And every week, and just going and going, until the algorithm it grasped onto me, and that's how it went. I did a story time about my husband when he was my boyfriend, when we broke up, and he was dating somebody else, and it's like the woman was obsessed with me, and I'm like, you have the man,
Right.
he's there, he's sitting next to you, why are you bothering me? Leave me alone.
Right.
But it was because he was still in love with me.
Aww.
And she would catch him looking at my social media, and so she would want to call me and bother me. So I did a story time about that, and that story went viral. So once me and him was arguing one day over the phone, and I blocked him.
Your husband?
And I blocked the girl. And I just started blocking everybody. It's block spree the whole day. And it's like the next day, I woke up, and I still had these 86 subscribers.
Right?
When I woke up, I had 400.
No way.
Yeah, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, I'm thinking, because social media, people like to go online and like to expose you. They go on, live stream. This person did this, that person did that, and then everybody will run to your social media and start following you.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah, that's
so
what
I need
they-
somebody to get pissed off at me to like start doing so I
Yeah.
can like get more subscribers. We're gonna do that. Janine and I think
It's called rage baiting content. Like, that's what they do. Yeah. So if somebody's like beefing, they go and they follow both parties because they want to watch what's going on. So that's what I'm thinking.
I'd have such a hard time doing that because I don't really beef with. I don't know how
Right.
to beef. I don't even know about what that's happening, but like I can't even beef. Maybe I gotta find somebody to beef with.
I'm just like, what's going on here? So I called my mother because the night before, I'm telling my mother, yeah, I'm quitting YouTube because it's not going nowhere. My mother's like, no, keep doing it. It's going to go. It's just, just give it some time. But I called her like, I don't know what's happening. There's all these people, and it still was going. As I'm talking to her on the phone's lighting up. This person subscribed, that person subscribed. And I'm like, wow, what the hell's going on? So I went out and I bought me a nice wig. I said, I gotta spice it up now, And I did a story time about the escort business going wrong.
Okay.
And that went viral again. It was like 12,000 views when it first hit.
Right.
And then it just kept going. Right now it's at 18,000.
Holy shit! I need to go watch that one.
And I said, all right, let me just keep going. Let me keep talking about this. Let me keep talking about that,
So you're talking about things that are related to you, or just
Things that I was doing.
that you were doing?
Things that I went through, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Things that happened in the relationship with the ex-boyfriend and dating, my dating life, and just talking about it. And some people can relate to it, and you have...
I'm sure there's a shit ton of people that can relate to it because let's be honest, I know how I struggle just to show up on social media, right? And that's one of the reasons I love doing this podcast because I really don't think about it. Mm-hmm. I just show up and I'm like, this is my authentic self. Mm-hmm. The second I put this camera in front of me to record something that I know what I'm talking about, I almost like freeze, right? But the reality is that people feel your authenticity and can relate to a lot of things. And it sounds like you've used some shitty ass experiences to turn it into a little humor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I do. And I said
love that.
I'm laughing at my pain.
Yeah.
But I've had some people who comment like, oh, you're deranged. Why are you... This is my pain.
Yeah.
Back
if you can't
then,
laugh,
I
then you're
cried
going to
about
cry.
it. Right. I cried about it back then. But now I can laugh at it. That's a saying. Laugh now, cry later. But later is for me. I'm laughing at it.
100%.
Right.
I agree with you. Because again, it goes back to that choice. You could have a choice to stay sad, depressed, miserable, angry, bitter, resentful, or you could choose to accept that this shit happened and let's move on.
Yeah, because if you let it take over, it'll take over. I tell a lot of my friends that, like, you're going to cry about it or you're going to do something about it.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to sit and watch everything fall.
Right.
So I cried about it and I sat and I watched it and now I'm doing something about it.
I think that's a lot of people don't understand that you went through 9 pregnancies that had to destroy your hope and sadness. And that is a grief that no parent ever wants to ever experience, right? And you chose to not sit with it to the point that you have a little beautiful girl, right? But you're making something out of a really crappy situation that you're saying, you know what? Yeah, this is what I went through. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You may not think of it, and you probably did not think there was that light at the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth pregnancy.
Let me tell you, I had some days where I would just sit in the house, no TV. Even I still do it now, and my therapist and my mom would be like, you gotta turn the TV on, turn the music on, something. But I did it so much to now, like, I do it, I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I would sit, no TV, nothing, just in pure quiet, and just be sitting there like trying to process, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this happening? And depression. I have depression really bad, and there's some days where it hit so bad to where I'm like, I need to go into the psych ward, or I'm smart enough though, I would call somebody like, listen,
You have the tools.
I'm feeling really bad right now. I don't know if I want to be here tomorrow. And these people would come. I'm talking about middle of the night. They would come. Let's go. We're going to take a walk. You can come to we're going to stay at my house for as long as you need. You know, those people, I still in contact with them.
So this is how you, in the past, that's what you experienced. Then. But the fact that you can communicate that in a way that wasn't a threat is so important. Because I think that people don't understand that you could feel all those things and you want to deliver it and you want to ask for help in a non-threatening way. Like, if you don't come here now, I'm going to do this. Right? You said, I'm feeling really sad right now. I'm feeling depressed and I don't feel like I want to be here tomorrow. I don't want to be alone. How do you not show up for somebody that says that, communicates it in that way? I'm proud of you that you had that, you know? And so do you think that your husband's ex-girlfriend, like, made a rage bait? Like, I'm pissed off at her and that's why...
She did.
So is that how
I seen it when she did
For real?
it. Yeah. My friends called me.
So that's how you got all those...
Nah, this was afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Afterwards. So she's like,
But I'm sure it's bringing people to your channel.
Yeah. She wanted to be like me, I guess. She tried to, so if I would post a pic with this wig on.
Wait, that's a wig?
Day, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
When I walked in, I said, I love your hair.
Yeah. So the next day, when I seen you, I had the blue one.
Right. Yeah. I thought that was your real hair. I loved it.
Thank you. She'll go and buy something just like this.
Really?
And try to style it the same way and then become irate, I guess, because it isn't. We're two different people, so it's not going to be the same. She tried everything, but...
People like that, you got to just feel sad for. Almost like pity them, which is sad because you don't want to pity people, but at the end of the day, like, the effort and the energy that people put into not liking a person is so... They don't realize that holy shit, she is letting you rent space for free in her brain.
It's a lot of energy.
Tons.
It's tiring.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if I don't like somebody, and I say this all the time, if I don't like you, you're gonna know it. You will never see me. You'll never hear from me. I am non-existent.
We are very similar.
Yeah.
You ask Janine. We are so. You will know. Like, and there's not a lot of people I don't like. You have to do a lot to really, for me to say I don't like you.
Right.
I cannot like certain characteristics about a person. Maybe your voice might, whatever. Right. I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. Right. But you will know where you stand with me. Like, I am not fake like that. I will tell you it, and I'll be very kind about it, the best way. Like, we're just not vibing, right? But, like, and we don't have to have the same beliefs, and we talked about that. Like, we don't have to have the same beliefs on a lot of things, on everything.
Right.
Just have respect, but, like, you'll know if I don't like you, because I'm the same way. And I appreciate people. Like, I want people. If I'm doing something wrong, please tell me. I'd like to not be able to try to read your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now how are you feeling? Now you're here in Florida. You've built this YouTube community. So you got to your name, Mrs. Kane, because of...
Stalking.
Stalker.
The boyfriend before, the abusive boyfriend. I've dated all narcissistic men. And, manipulators. But this guy, he was older than me. I met him when I was 17. He was 28.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very old. 11 years. At that age.
My mother and my father did not agree with it. But I guess because they have this thing where, I'm not going to stop my kids from doing what they're trying to do. This is how you learn life.
100%.
But I heard about it every day. I don't like this MF. I can't stand him. He's older than you. What do y'all have in common?
Right.
It was just every day. But he became controlling. He wanted me to be in a house. He wanted me to be a housewife without a ring at 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
I want to go out with my friends.
Right.
My friends are going to the club. So I want to go to the club.
Of course.
So when I'm going to the club, he's calling my phone. He's harassing me. There's a situation where he's came to the club to get me.
Jeez.
yelling and screaming my name outside the club for me to come out, you know.
Wow.
And these were all these pregnancies were coming in from him.
Oh.
Miscarriage after miscarriage. And he's a warlock. He's not going to say it, but he is. He's into that stuff, you know.
Okay.
So he was doing things to manipulate the relationship, to manipulate how things would come out. And I've actually visually seen him doing these things.
Right.
He's from another country, so they're into that. And I'm just like, you know, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I was very vocal when I was younger, very vocal and, you know, straightforward.
Right.
I don't like how I'm being treated. My friends didn't like him. Nobody likes him. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to be in this relationship anymore because every time I try to go out, you have a problem. Every time my birthday shows up, you're ruining it. You're making it about you.
Right.
Valentine's Day, same thing.
Yeah.
Every day, you know, I'm tired of this. Enough is enough. So I would break up with him. And then I would have people tell me, oh, I seen him over here with this woman.
Right.
And this one, and just cheating and lies. That's all he
Yeah.
was into. So I don't want to be with you anymore. So I would break up with him. And once again, he would come back. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't know what got into me. Just me,
Right.
believing in it. Get back with him. A week later is the same thing.
Right.
So when I finally stood my ground and I broke up with him, he became a stalker.
Wow.
He was coming to my house. He was ringing my intercom, ringing my doorbell, climbing over the gate, climbing into
Jeez.
my window. Just all kinds of things. And then it got on social media. So he knew I was like, I'm young, so I'm really into Facebook and
Right.
MySpace at the time.
I remember MySpace.
Yeah, and Instagram now. So he's creating pages, men pages, and he's coming into my inbox and, you know, hey, my name is this name, Donald,
Right.
just for example. You know, I'm this age, this, that, and the third. But I'm not buying it. You're a man online with, you know.
Right. You don't trust anybody.
Right. But he started, now I'm a fashion designer, so I'm doing clothes.
I know. I want to touch about that.
Yeah.
We're talking, but I
And,
want to hear what you do because that's amazing.
He started to use that. I want to buy a dress.
Oh, dear
And can
God.
I come get measured?
A
And
dress?
yeah. He
For-
would portray to be a woman.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm looking at the page. I'm like, this is not a real page. There's no pictures. It's only one picture. This page was created 2 days ago.
Right. You're so smart.
Try again. And I would say to him, you know, try again, buddy. It's not going to happen. And he'd curse me out.
Right.
So I took my name down. And I said, let me just put Erica Kane. Because that's my favorite. She's my favorite actor, you know. Yeah.
Do you know I met Erica Kane?
Really?
Yep.
I love that lady
My-
so much.
That's another soap opera story, but like, yes.
Yes. I
Yep.
love Erica Kane. Erica Kane and Adam.
Okay,
But
so you made
I just put Erica Kane as my name. And he found it. And I made another. I done had 12 Facebook pages. Changed it. And I just put, now I'm, you know, Miss Kane. But now that I'm married, I have the MRS. So.
I love that. Right. And so tell us a little bit about your fashion design.
I started the fashion stuff since I was 9.
Wow.
Self-taught.
That's amazing.
I lived in a very rough neighborhood up in Brooklyn,
Okay.
so I couldn't go outside as much, you know. And that's like a skill I just learned. Have to be in the house and learn how to use the industrial sewing machine my mother had. I started doing things by hand first,
Okay.
and then I went to the sewing machine. And sketches. I did New York Fashion Week a few times.
Yeah, I did read that in your bio, and I was about to
Yeah.
touch on that. Tell me about that. That is unbelievable. So you did that 3 years,
Yeah.
and what did you do? Design for some of the women for the
Yeah, so I would design. They would tell me I have to have a line. I could do 6 or 12. Sometimes I do 12, sometimes I do 6. And then I would have to pick out models. We have to go to audition, watch the men and the women walk and pick, you know, and that's how I would do. I would pick the models out, and then I would have to. It's like a long
That's
process.
fascinating.
Yeah, like a month-long process. So the next day, go to another audition where I have to actually put the clothes on them and see how they walk with it. You know, and you have some designers be like, they'll pick the models and they put the clothes on and be like, no, I don't like how she looks. Take it off. And they go back to the modeling pit, find another model.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
It's
sad.
ruthless. So, there's women all over the place crying, I didn't get picked, or he picked me and then he don't want me no more. And I was picking them. I'm like, well, come with me. And I will put the clothes on them and I would just pin it. I would stitch it to fit them how I wanted it to look.
Right.
You know, then you have makeup. So you go to makeup, you know, you can be animated with the makeup and the hair. However you want it, you tell them. And it's like the day of the show is just chaos. Like, it's loud.
So are you backstage or are you watching it?
Backstage.
Wait, so do you have is it a label that you, like a brand, like is it a clothing brand?
I started with, I don't even want to say the label because this guy still has a label, but
Okay.
it's a label that was created.
Okay.
I like to create things that nobody would ever think of. So I created that brand and I let him have it. That's the end of that.
Sometimes that's not worth that shit.
But my brand.
Yeah, let's hear your brand.
Laoxia, and that's a Greek term for. It's a goddess.
Okay.
It's like for change.
Love it. How do you spell it?
It's Lauxesia.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a Greek goddess, and it's like for change. You see how the weather changes whenever, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's how I did it.
And so are they all special orders or you have it like in the shops? Like where are you?
I'm on Instagram and I'm currently working on a website since last week. I'm trying to get back into it. 'Cause since I've been pregnant, I closed down.
You needed a little bit of time to spend with that little miracle baby of yours.
But it's like, I like glam. So like, you know, crystals, mesh.
Oh my gosh.
Denim. Yeah.
I'm thinking you might need to design something for me. I got to figure some place to go.
Yeah. Lace. I've done weddings, wedding dresses, birthday and prom.
Wow.
Those like my specialties. Yeah. And I started my sewing career design with exotic dancewear.
Okay.
So I got a little tired of that. And I'm like, I'm sewing these little things. I want to do something big. So I just branched over to that where I do a prom gown.
I love that.
For $3,000, you know, or a birthday dress for $1,000, you know, instead of sitting and doing bathing suits, 10 bathing suits for $1,000, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. So you are so dynamic. Like I sensed your energy that day that we were there, and we were both there. For my listeners, like you guys know that I had Brooklyn Boone on before, the How You Holding Up podcast. And but I was on his, he was on mine. But I just resonated with you. Like we sat next to each other. Like I just loved the energy. Like and we didn't even have to talk a lot. Like it just was like, oh, I need to have like I need you on my podcast. Like I just loved. I could sense that you had an amazing story that you also used for your strength, and I think that all of that has it sounds like it's giving you a purpose to like show up every day and be like, you know, as shitty as that was.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're going to have, we all are going to have like, you know, I always laugh. I'm like, well, I think I finally made it to 450 followers on Instagram.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm there.
Yeah.
Right. Last year I started with 2 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I think I have like 130 something.
Okay.
I'm going slow and steady, you know, and the reality is that like, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want to help people. And this allows me to help people by just showing them that you're not alone. Right? We all think that what we're going through at that time is the worst and nobody's ever going to understand it. The reality is that that's not true. Somebody else, it may not be the exact same path, but somebody can understand and empathize that like she survived, I know I can survive.
You know what I can't stand with this generation now is like people get made fun of when they try to speak out about things they're going through. And that's why there's a lot of people that suffer in silence.
100%.
And the suicide rates is up because people don't know how to, hey, I'm having this problem, or this person did this to me.
Yeah.
And I see it a lot. Some women who come forward like, you know, they've been assaulted. And there's people in their comments like, oh, well, look how you dress.
100%.
And that's your fault. And
Right.
what do you want us to do? You know, I'm just like, damn, like.
We live in a really hateful world, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why as I get older, you know, like, I mean, I'm 55. I don't care that my nail, well, not really 55 yet. I'm going to be 55 in November. I've just aged myself. But like, I don't care if my nails are for 55-year-olds, not. They bring joy to me. They make me
Exactly.
smile. And at the end of the day, like, I mean, people have been like, oh, how old are you? Like, you enjoy, like, I don't care. This makes me smile.
The same thing that I was saying to her, like, you have some people like, oh, to have a baby in your 40s.
Oh, my God, that's
ridiculous.
amazing.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You know, I lived my life. Even though I wasn't able to have them kids, I see why. Because I had to live life, live it to the fullest. And I'm glad. I'm glad of everything that I went through, good and bad. And now
100%.
I'm wise enough now. I have my daughter. So now I can tell her, you know, stay away from rug dealers, as you call it for YouTube. Stay away from rug dealers. Stay away from escorts. Stay away from this. You know,
Yeah.
Opposed to somebody who never lived life, what could you teach somebody?
100%. Absolutely. I am so glad that you took the journey up here because I know it wasn't easy and it wasn't close. And I just loved having you on. So tell people where they can find you, Mrs. Kane.
You can find me, first my YouTube, Mrs. Kane, that's MRSKANE, and that's the animated storyteller. And then you can find me on Instagram, that's I Am the Kane, and my clothing page, that is LAAUXESIA at La Oxia.
Okay. I don't think I follow that. I got to go check that out. And so with that being said, thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this. I know I did. And I look forward to seeing everything you do. So go check her out. Until next time, thanks again. Have a good one.